Thank you. לא לעלות או לא? אוקיי, סליחה. חד, שומעת? אחת, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. שומעת משהו? יופי. סבבה. טוב. לא, אי אפשר באותו זמן, הוא לא ייקח, הזמן של הטקס הוא לא ייקח דיווחים, אי אפשר לדבר פה. אני אעבור את המיקרופון, יחליף, אין בעיה, סבבה. תודה.
היי.
Thank you. Περίμενε να φτιάξω το κόλλημα. φαίνεται. Είναι ανοιχτό το μικρόφωνο. Εντάξει. 1, 2, 3.
תעלה בבקשה לבוא לשורה ראשונה. שר האנרגיה. שר האנרגיה בבקשה.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Jerusalem. We will take, the leaders will give a statement, a short statement each, and we want to give the Israeli press an opportunity to ask questions, the Prime Minister, the Israeli Prime Minister. So the Israeli press will ask questions after. Thank you.
President Christodoulides, Nikos, Prime Minister Mitsotakis, Kyriakos, this is not our first meeting. It's our 10th meeting. But I said in our discussions that I think it's the most consequential. The last time the three of us met was a short time before the October 7th massacre, before terror once again reminded us that stability in this region is never guaranteed, and then strength, clarity, and cooperation are not options. They are a must. The Middle East and the Eastern Mediterranean are being tested by aggression, terrorism, and instability. Our partnership provides strength, clarity, and cooperation that will prevail over chaos. It also offers new opportunities for prosperity. We're cooperating and discussed in detail cooperation in many fields: energy, technology, connectivity, and also security that guarantees this all. We will advance IMEC, the India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor. This is an idea that has been brought forward before, but we think we have to put it into reality. It's a maritime rail pipeline, energy pipeline, and cable connectivity between Asia and Europe, going through Israel, Cyprus, and Greece. And as part of this effort, we are advancing the Great Sea Connector that will enable electric energy cooperation between our three countries and Europe and the Arabian Peninsula, and ultimately you can connect it to Asia as well. So this is a big thing, and in many ways it's the skeleton of the IMEC corridor. So we discussed practically how to move this forward, and we intend to advance it. I'll also discuss it in my upcoming meeting with President Trump in the United States. We agreed to deepen cooperation in artificial intelligence and cybersecurity, advanced research. Israel is already a global technology leader, and together with Greece and Cyprus, we will shape the region's future in cutting-edge new technologies. I want to tell you that a lot is going on right now. Israeli companies, high-tech companies, are flocking to Cyprus and to Greece. It basically says that they believe in the economic management. We're not jealous. We believe in competition. There are, 137 flights a week?
186.
186 flights a week between Israel and Cyprus. It's unbelievable. Just compute that, how many flights a day. And I don't know of many Israeli investors who have not visited Greece or are not investing in Greece. Increasing amount are growing there. And again, I think this is a sign of the dynamism of our economies. Israel's economy, which has been rated third by The Economist as the most vibrant economy on the planet, third most vibrant economy on the planet. I think we were shortchanged, but that's all right. But I believe that there's dynamism here. There is, at once, great opportunity, but also great challenges, and we recognize them. We affirmed our commitment to expanding the Abraham Accords, to widening the circle of cooperation between Israel and the Arab world. We also expressed support for Lebanon's sovereignty and for a future in which legitimate state institutions hold authority and military power, and not terrorist militias. We agreed today to deepen our security and defense cooperation. The threats we face are real. Together, we're defending not only our own nations, but vital sea lanes and critical infrastructure that the global economy depends on. I cannot skip the opportunity to call for the immediate return of Rani Gvili, the Israeli hostage that is still held by Hamas. This is contrary to the laws of war, and this is something that has to be completed. But we are, in general, fighting a battle for an orderly future of states that wants to seize the future against those forces who want to drag us back to a dark medieval past that has nothing to do with modernity and nothing to do with progress. Now, Israel, Greece, and Cyprus are three ancient countries with ancient peoples. Jerusalem and Athens are the foundations of Western civilization, and in Cyprus, both cultures flourished. So you have to go to the Western Wall in Jerusalem, or you go to the Acropolis in Athens, or you go to the incredible historic museum in Nicosia, which I did, and you see the glory of our past. So all three of us are very proud of our history in our ancestral homelands as we seize the future. Now, it is true that all of our countries were conquered in the past by a succession of empires. But through courage and sacrifice, we achieved our independence in modern times. Greece, 195 years ago, Israel, 78 years ago, Cyprus 65 years ago. To those who fantasize they can reestablish their empires and their dominion over our lands, I say, forget it. It's not going to happen. Don't even think about it. We are committed and able to defend ourselves, and our cooperation further enhances that capability. Together, we three genuine democracies in the Eastern Mediterranean shall advance security, prosperity, and liberty. With God's help, we will bring a brighter and safer future to our nations and to the entire region. Together, we'll bring stability through strength, prosperity through strength, and, most important, peace through strength. I wish you all happy holidays. Thank you.
Dear Benjamin, dear Kyriakos, on this final day of Hanukkah, allow me to start by conveying my warm wishes to Jewish communities around the world. Regrettably, the first day of Hanukkah was marked by a horrific anti-Semitic attack in Australia. So I would like to stress once again that we stand in solidarity with all those affected and reaffirm our unwavering commitment to fighting anti-Semitism. Dear friends, today, during our deliberations, we reaffirm the strategic nature of our alliance anchored in shared values, common interests, and converging objectives, driven by a vision for regional integration, prosperity, stability, and of course, security. And I have to say that our trilateral format has further matured and deepened our cooperation in a broad range of sectors, including energy and interconnectivity, of course, security and defense, maritime cooperation, crisis preparedness and civil protection, innovation and security, as well as people-to-people contacts. The Prime Minister very correctly mentioned the 186 flights that we have every week during summertime from Israel. I'm also particularly pleased today for the revived trilateral secretariat in Cyprus, in Nicosia, which now provides an institutional framework for task forces, working groups, and finalization and implementation of pending agreements. With regard to the situation in Gaza, we also reiterate our unwavering support for President Trump's 20-point plan and the full implementation of the United Nations Security Council Resolution 2803. Cyprus, as you know, building upon the Amalthea Plan, continues to support humanitarian assistance, security, and early recovery efforts through our 6-point plan, first presented during the Sharm el-Sheikh meeting in October, which fully aligns with President Trump's initiative, as well as through our active participation in the Civil-Military Coordination Center, always in full respect of Israel's legitimate security needs. Energy and connectivity were also central during today's discussions. We reaffirmed the strategic importance of the Great Sea Interconnector and broader electricity and energy connectivity projects, notably IMEC, to which Cyprus, Greece, and Israel serve as its Mediterranean link, offering a southeastern gateway connecting Europe with the Middle East and beyond. These initiatives strengthen our trilateral but also our regional cooperation, support diversification, and also enhance regional resilience, fully aligned with our shared objective of secure, sustainable, and interconnected energy markets. On maritime security, we stress our commitment to strengthening cooperation to safeguard sea lanes and critical infrastructure, and welcome the establishment of the Trilateral Maritime Cybersecurity Center of Excellence in Cyprus to be inaugurated in 2026. At the same time, we underline the added value of the 3+1 format with the United States, which amplifies our trilateral cooperation and aligns with the wider regional architecture. This format has proven to be a credible model for advancing stability, connectivity, and strategic cooperation, and we are committed to further reinforcing it. In the same vein, we discuss defense and security cooperation. We can do much more, and we'll do so. Also within the 3+1 framework, recognizing at the same time that much more can be achieved in the fields of counterterrorism, cyber, and energy security, always in support of regional stability. Allow me also to say that as today's summit takes place just 8 days before Cyprus assumed the presidency of the Council of the European Union, we had the opportunity to exchange ideas, especially having in mind that one of our key priorities will be the further strengthening of the European Union relations with the region, including, of course, Israel. Dear friends, our presence here today is not symbolic, it is substantive. The partnership between Cyprus, Greece, and Israel is of strategic importance, not only for our three countries, but also for our region and beyond. And together, we'll continue to work in a spirit of trust and cooperation to strengthen stability, security, and prosperity throughout the Eastern Mediterranean. Thank you, Prime Minister.
Thank you.
Well, Prime Minister, thank you for hosting us today in Jerusalem. And as you pointed out, this is the 10th trilateral summit between Greece, Cyprus, and Israel. And I think this reaffirms the depth, the maturity, but also the strategic importance of a partnership that has clearly stood the test of time, has proven resilient and adaptable, and continues to contribute significantly to the stability and security in the Eastern Mediterranean. Let me also echo what Nikos said and express our profound abhorrence at the horrific terrorist attack which took place in Sydney. I extend on behalf of the Greek people my heartfelt condolences to the families of the victims, and I would also like to express our solidarity to the Jewish communities worldwide. Anti-Semitism has no place, I repeat, no place in our democratic societies, and combating hatred, bigotry, and racism in all their forms is a shared responsibility, and unfortunately needs to be a continuous endeavor. Our region is undergoing profound change. The last time we met in 2023, things looked very different. We've now entered a new geopolitical phase. This creates some serious risks, but I believe it also creates a window of opportunity to shape a regional security architecture that can deliver peace and prosperity. And I think in this context, our trilateral cooperation carries an even greater strategic weight. It should always be anchored in international law, guided by good neighborly principles, but this cooperation between our coastal states, three strong, thriving democracies, I think we can generate opportunities that advance the prosperity not only of our people, but also of the people in the Eastern Mediterranean in general. We spoke about the way forward in Gaza. Let me also echo what the Prime Minister said, a call for the last remaining victim from the October 7th massacre to be returned to Israel. But I do believe that after 2 years of war and following President Trump's personal engagement, a new opportunity has emerged, and advancing the 20-point peace plan and moving forward to the second phase of an agreement should be a shared responsibility. Always making sure that we completely eliminate the threat of terrorism, guaranteeing Israel's security, and further enhancing regional stability. We always stand ready to contribute to the day after through diplomacy and stabilization efforts. I think we're a country that is well respected in the region, and should there be an opportunity to play this role, we will certainly embrace it. We discussed the broader regional developments. I think we reaffirmed our commitment to the political stability of Lebanon, supporting the country's sovereignty, its territorial integrity. The support that we provide as Greece to the Lebanese armed forces is important, ensuring state control and monopoly on arms throughout the country, I think, is a shared priority for all three of our countries. On Syria, the 1 year after the fall of the Assad regime, we stress that restoring security and stability, but also the full respect for the rights of all religious and ethnic communities, and let me make a point here about the need to protect in particular the Christian Orthodox communities of the Middle East, which in Syria have suffered persecution. This needs to be an essential parameter for a durable political settlement. We spoke a lot about the areas of mutual cooperation in various strategic areas, security and defense, where our two countries are already doing a lot together. Thank you for raising technology and innovation. I think we're at the beginning of a tremendous AI revolution, and we need to seize its power in a positive and constructive manner. But there's also more we can do in areas such as emergency preparedness. We always stand shoulder to shoulder when natural catastrophes strike our countries, and I would envision a more structured way to cooperate when it comes to civil protection, in particular when it comes to dealing with wildfires, but even areas such as water management, where Israel has made tremendous progress, are becoming much more relevant for our two countries at a time when the climate crisis is already present and impacting us in numerous different ways. The Prime Minister and the President spoke about the importance of energy and connectivity. Greece is emerging as a key energy hub in the southeastern European. We are a gateway for LNG, which is something that could be very relevant to both Cyprus and Israel. We're becoming a net exporter of electricity, and of course ensuring that the important interconnection projects that connect our three countries move forward remains a key priority for our three countries. Maritime security was discussed, another key priority, especially for Greece as a leading maritime nation, and the President mentioned the Maritime Cybersecurity Center of Excellence in Cyprus. This is expected to become operational next year, and this will enhance the protection of our shared maritime territory. And of course, next year our navies and coast guards will conduct a joint exercise focused on marine pollution response. We also discussed the importance of IMEC and the necessity to move from what is currently a vague concept to specific deliverables, project-oriented deliverables that will demonstrate the great value of this strategic corridor that will connect India, the Middle East, Israel, Cyprus, and continental Europe. We see a lot of potential in working together in these projects, and as we see a lot of potential in further reviving and strengthening, and I'm sure this is a point that you will make when you visit the United States over the next days, in the 3+1 cooperation of the United States. This remains central to our vision for a stable and prosperous Eastern Mediterranean. I think the U.S. engagement adds obviously clear value, particularly in energy and infrastructure. And let me again repeat here how quickly the U.S. moved to sign agreements in Greece, but also with Greece, to activate the vertical corridor, which will send American liquefied natural gas through Greece to Bulgaria, Romania, Ukraine, Moldova, Hungary. This is adding another geopolitical and geoeconomic dimension to the Eastern Mediterranean, and I think keeps the United States very interested in the region. So let me conclude by repeating that this partnership has delivered concrete results, and it will deliver even more concrete results in this new era of challenges and opportunities. We very much look forward to continue working together and building on this exceptionally successful trilateral cooperation. Prime Minister, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you again.
Thank you. Please.
Okay, thank you very much. The spokesteams of the three countries will release a joint written statement shortly. Now we will be taking questions. First question, please. Channel 14.
תודה רבה, ראש הממשלה. אנחנו שומעים לאחרונה פרסומים על תרגילים שמתקיימים באיראן שמכוונים נגד ישראל. יש לנו ממה לחשוש?
אנחנו יודעים שאיראן מקיימת תרגילים בתקופה האחרונה. אנחנו עוקבים אחרי זה, ואנחנו עושים את ההיערכות הנדרשת. אני רוצה להעביר כאן בצורה ברורה לאיראן. כל פעולה נגד ישראל תענה בתגובה חריפה מאוד.
Channel 24, Ari, please.
ראינו פרסומים אתמול לגבי אלי פלדשטיין. השאלה אם אתה עדיין חושב שהוא פטריוט ישראלי נלהב.
אני לא רוצה להתייחס כאן לדברים, אני חושב שכבר הוכח במקרה של יונתן אוריך, שבית המשפט אמר שהכל, בעצם הכל פייק. אין כאן עבירה, יש כאן פשוט ניסיון של הכפשה, וחבל שכורכים אדם, לוחצים עליו, גוררים אותו לכל מיני אמירות שאין להם שום בסיס.
We want to take questions in English because we have guests here that don't speak Hebrew. So if somebody wants to ask a question in English, Dani Zaken? Yeah, please.
Kalispera, Prime Minister and President. What's the message that you're sending from here to Turkey?
Excuse me, we're taking questions for the Prime Minister of Israel.
No, you can ask me that. That's okay. Fine.
Okay. Well, I would love to get answers from them too. And for you, Mr. President, Mr. Prime Minister, about Iran, what do you expect President Trump to join Israel, to help Israel, what cooperation do you expect from your meeting with President Trump regarding Iran?
Look, we are not seeking confrontation with anyone. I can speak on behalf of Israel, and I think for my two partners here, no one seeks confrontation. On the contrary, we seek stability, prosperity, and peace, exactly as the three of us said. Obviously, we are committed to defending each one of our countries, but also defending maritime lanes and other things that are shared in common and that go under international norms. I think that is obvious. So I would say this is a coalition for these norms and for that stability. And we hope that it won't be tested. That's all I can tell you. As far as Iran is concerned, look, we had great achievements in Lionheart operation and the 12-day war with Iran. And our basic expectations from Iran have not changed. The level of enrichment and other activities, the ending of the proxy wars against us, that has not changed. And I don't think it's changed I know it's not changed on the American position. So obviously it will be an item in our discussions, but I have to tell you that I think the focus will be on Gaza, the next stage, and on other issues that engage us from the other H's. We have Hamas, but we also have Hezbollah, and our desire to see a stable and sovereign Lebanon, and of course the Houthis as well that are blocking international shipping that affects Greece, affects Cyprus, and affects us as well.
Okay, due to lack of time, we're taking one more question, and that's it. Channel 12, please. Karen Mitzele.
Thank you, Prime Minister. You chaired today the meeting that determined the mandate and the scope for the Governmental Investigative Committee. How is it possible when you are going to be one of the person that will be maybe the main investigator? And what is the message to the families who have lost everything? What is your message to them that they are saying it can't be? And if I may ask the guest?
No.
No. They both.
Yeah. I think we all have to give answers. And I said that I suggested that the way that we address this question of investigating what happened on October 7th is the same way that the United States investigated the question of what happened on September 11th, okay? This was the greatest tragedy that befell Israel in our modern history, and this is the greatest tragedy that befell America on its greatest tragedy, okay? In their history, actually, their total history. All right, so what did the United States do? They had a president, okay? He was there. What did he do? He said, look, there's no way to turn this into a partisan issue. So I'm going to turn to both Republicans and Democrats and establish a special committee. He actually legislated a special law. And he said, this is a law for the investigative, a bipartisan investigative commission to investigate what happened on September 11th. That's exactly what we are doing. I suggested that the only way that this can be dealt with is to establish a bipartisan investigatory committee, half of whose members will be appointed by the coalition, half of whose members will be appointed by the opposition. There is no better way to do this. They can ask any question. They can raise any subject. They can question anyone they want, including me. But that is the only way that you're going to get to the airing of the truth. Everybody, how can people refuse that? How can they possibly refuse that? I didn't hear when President Bush put forward this idea of a bipartisan investigative committee, a special committee. Nobody said, well, it's service of the politicians. It's not. It wasn't. And its acceptance, or I'd rather say its conclusions, were accepted very broadly by the American people. I think that's what we have to do here. So if you strip away all the political agendas, or in fact, keep them. One side will raise their political agenda, the other side will raise their political agenda, the truth will come out. Now, do you want me to repeat that in Hebrew? I know you don't.
No, that's it. I'm sorry, we're not taking any more questions.
Yeah.
I want to thank our great guests. Thank you very much. And see you again in Jerusalem.
Yeah, next year in Jerusalem, unless we have a fundamental change of this absurdity of the ICC. Thank you.